He's Nick Saban, Alabama head coach. You're 11th on the fortune list of great world leaders. You have to be excited about that, Coach.
Well, it's obviously very flattering anytime you get recognized for anything, especially with such a significant group of people. But, it's also a feeling that I have that I get far too much credit for what happens because there's so many people in our organization who contribute to it and buy into what we try to do that they all deserve a lot more credit than I do.
Who's your role model when it comes to leadership?
Well, I don't think there's any specific person. I think there's, I've been fortunate to have a lot of good mentors along the way, and Don James being one of them, who was my college coach, and whether it was George Perlis, Bill Belichick, some of the guys that I had the opportunity to work for. I think all of those people contributed to, the feelings, the beliefs, the way you go about things. And we've got some really good people who I work with on the psychological front, the psychology front that I think has helped change my thinking that is more effective in dealing with people.
What was your take on what Jim Harbaugh in Michigan were doing, going south for spring break?
Well, I don't know really a lot about, Michigan and their program. I think everybody's got to make decisions that they feel best for what they need to do in their program. And I don't think when people design the rules that they design the rules to, take your team someplace else and have spring practice during spring break. But there's a lot of good people in a lot of good places in the NCAA that'll decide whether that's something that we should or shouldn't do, and whatever they decide, we'll kind of roll on. We love having spring practice right here at Alabama. There's a lot of people that have a lot of interest here, and our players certainly doesn't disrupt their schedule, their class time, and we get a lot out of it and have a lot of fun. And 8 days is a big thing around here, so we kind of look forward to it.
But do you understand what he's doing? You were at Michigan State. I didn't know how difficult it was to recruit in the South or in SEC country.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm not sure that anybody really knows the value of doing some of these things, whether it's having off-campus camps all over the place. If everybody has one, then how do the kids really decide where they go and where they don't go? And how much of a benefit really is it? And the same thing with this. I mean, nobody really knows how big a benefit it is. What's the value for what they do? But that's for everybody to decide on their own. And, I basically, like focusing on the way we do it. And I'm not too worried about what somebody else is trying to do.
Why don't you just go up to Ann Arbor or Columbus for a week? 3-day weekend, bring the team up there.
First of all, most of our team would be, shocked by the weather. So that's not something that they would really relish doing. But those are all nice places. I spent a lot of time in the Big Ten. I coached at Ohio State, Michigan State, and there's a lot of good people there, and we have a lot of good relationships there. But I'm not sure it's something our players would look forward to, and I don't really know what the benefit of that would be as well.
Are you on social media? How important is it to you?
Not much. I don't Twitter. I don't text. I don't do any of that stuff. But we have a lot of people here that do. I think it is important in terms of communication. It's the way people communicate now. So it's something that you really need to do a good job of making sure you're communicating with young people the way they communicate.
You guys open up with USC this next season?
We sure do.
Now, can you pick a game? How involved are you with scheduling out of conference?
pretty involved. I mean, I always have a say in who we play and where we play.
Did you have anything to do with that on a neutral site with USC?
Oh yeah. Well, we played a neutral site game for I don't know how many years here now. 9 years, I think. At first, nobody really bought into the concept much except me because I wanted to do it to try to get some national exposure for the program, which worked out really well for us. We played Clemson, I think, in Atlanta. So, and it sort of got the program off the ground. So, it's been a good thing for us. And I think to play a really good opponent like USC early in the season helps your off-season program with your players, gives them something to really look forward to. You find out really early where your team is. And, the fact of the matter is if you're going to lose in college football, the best time to lose is early on.
Sure.
So, you kind of find out where you're at. And so I enjoy playing in those games, and I think our players do as well.
Before I let you go, you going to the NFL draft?
I hadn't decided yet. I usually go based on, the players and all that, but we've been very fortunate to have, quite a few. I think we had 45 guys in the league last year, which was pretty significant. So we certainly love seeing our players get the opportunity that they worked hard for. So it's something that I've always enjoyed doing, and I'll probably be there again.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the offseason, and congratulations on the Forbes list.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it, Dan. Have a good day, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's Coach Saban. Fortune list, not Forbes list.